Hello, hello. Happy Mother's Day slash Sunday slash Monday Eve. All right. So, we have some stuff to talk about today, okay? Number one. All right. Number one. This past week, we had to take Flips to the vet. I did post about this on Patreon because I was late with something there, but we had to take Flips to the vet this week because she was having, like, she went from just like a little off to really bad really fast. So I, of course, almost crapped myself. So I called our vet and I was like, we need to get her in. I don't know what's going on. And they were able to fit us in on Thursday. So I called them Wednesday morning. They were able to fit us in on Thursday afternoon. I took her in. I was fearing the worst. I'm not going to lie. I was like doomsday prepping, like super stupidly emotional for 2 days. Thank God for Jules, who tried to keep me sane. But yeah, I was not okay because she was not okay. But so we took her in. Oh, I took her in. And this is our like favorite vet. She's so amazing. Took her in. They did a bunch of, they did a fecal test, a physical exam, monitored her temperature, blah, blah, blah. And, did some x-rays, and somehow this little girl has torn her right thigh muscle. Now, when I say torn, you guys, they showed me the x-rays. Like, on ferrets, the bulk of their muscle is on the outside of the thigh, right? Because the inside's kind of compact. But the outside of the thigh, it's supposed to be like a smooth, top to bottom. It kind of goes in like a C shape. On her left, that's what it looked like. On her right, it literally looked like a B. Like, it was so sad. She apparently, according to our vet, said that she'd obviously been masking how much pain she was in because it's their instinct to hide injuries in the wild because, the weakest ones get picked off or whatever. So, yeah, she had been hiding it, and eventually the pain had just gotten to the point where she couldn't hide it anymore, to where she started getting lethargic. She was having diarrhea, like, she was still eating, she was still drinking, but she was not doing good. So, when I took her in, thankfully that's all it was. I mean, it's not great, but it's so much better than the stuff I was doomsday prepping in my head. So, they gave her some anti-inflammatories, they gave her some pain medication, and they have put her on what they call 2-week athletic rest, to where she's not allowed out of her cage except when she's being held, or administered medication, which obviously she's still being held for. So she can't get out to run around. She can't be in... That's not her. Come here, you. She can't be in the main cage. She has to be in the single-story apartment cage, which I had to take the shelf out of and lower the hammock because she's not allowed to climb. She's not allowed to dig. Yeah, there's a lot. And this is a ferret, you guys. Ferrets bend, bend, bounce, bounce. Yeah, in order to keep her on athletic rest, we have to keep her pretty much sedated for 2 weeks. Y'all, this is my baby, okay? So, when we first got her, like, I syringe fed her for the first 3, I'd say off and on for the first 3 weeks. The first full week, yes, absolutely, 100%, she was syringe fed because she was too little to eat regular, the regular way. So, I mean, I am bonded to her and she is bonded to me. So she has spent so much time just on me sleeping and like curled up because that's where she feels safe. However, if you remember from last Sunday stream, we also have a baby ferret in the house. Trixie, who is 3 months old, crazy, has all the energy in the world, and also is in quarantine, which means she can't hang out with the rest of the ferrets. She can't hang out in any of the other cages. So right now we have a 3-cage setup, and I'm having to rotate out everybody because Flips can't be out with everybody else. Trixie can't be out with everybody else. And the other ones need their out and play and family time too. So when I say I'm stretched thin this week when it comes to ferret babies, I'm not lying. It's been a minute. So there's that. Good Lord. So yeah, that's where I've been this week. But Flips is expected to make a full-on normal recovery. She didn't break anything. There's no fractures, no like internal damage. It's just the muscle tear. So she goes back for a recheck on the 25th, I think, next Thursday, a week from this Thursday. And that's also when Trixie goes and gets her boosters. So after that appointment, theoretically, everybody should be able to be back together again. So that's what we're hoping for. So keep little Flips in your thoughts, you guys, because she needs some emotional support right now. Poor thing. And I'm going to evict you, Queen. I forgot she was a door climber. Where you going, man? I don't need you breaking any part of you either, so stop it. At least she tries to... I was going to say at least she tries to come down, but that's not the way that went. Alright, so last week we had a request for Lila to be this week's coloring page. So we do have a... Frick. I was like, we have it ready, but apparently ready doesn't hold out through Jenna's ramblings. So let me recopy that link. Lord. Good Lord. Okay. There we go. All right. So here's our page. Yours is going to look a little bit different because I have mine still in layers. But yeah, so this is our thing today. So the next thing we're going to talk about. Now, I considered saving this for PJ planning next week, but I was like, I need to talk about this now. So we're going to talk about this while we work on this page. So who here saw the Zinnia update? Because there was an update from Zinnia this week that that brought split screening 2 instances of the app. Did y'all see that? Edgar, my guy, I don't remember what your color scheme is, but I feel like I'm doing it backwards. Isn't he dark? Let's preview a little something here. It's like my brain just went, Oh no, I was right. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. So with the Zinnia update, what they did was they have made it so that you can have 2 instances of Zinnia open at the same time. I don't like it. Okay? I don't like it because there's a couple of reasons. Number one, when Zinnia was newer, like new to our community, it's either cold in here or it's hot as balls. Right now it's cold. There we go. Anyways, so when Zinnia was new in the community, right, we were all like, okay, this is neat, but we need this. You know, we need to have where we can have more than one journal open at a time. And I think it was on the Pixite forums, if I remember correctly, which is their like feature request forum and stuff. They asked us, they were like, I don't see the value or the benefit of having 2 instances of the app open at the same time. And a bunch of us were like, that's not what we mean. We don't want multiple instances of the app open. We want to be able to, within the app, open more than one journal so that we can have like sticker books, right? Oh shit. Oh, wrong layer, Jenna. So, oh no, I was doing that. I'm distracted. So anyways, so their update, Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, gosh. Remind me to tell you about stroke in Procreate. And no, that's not a euphemism. But remind me to tell you about that. That looks better. So anyways, so the update comes out this week, right? And I was like, hells yeah, finally. You know, I've been bitching about this for weeks. I was like, or for weeks, Jenna, come on. Like over a year at this point, because I was like, okay, I want to be able to, you know, not have to split screen everything, to just have everything you want in the app. You just, you know, if it's a tab system like Goodnotes has, or, you know, if it's a multi-book system like Notability, Note Shelf, whichever one. You know, I was like, whatever, you know, that'll be dope. It'll be something super easy to use. So what do? They made it so you can have two instances of the same app open at the same time. And it's like, number one, this did not get rid of the split screen that I was so against in the first place. But number two, I don't know how much this was thought through. Okay, now I'm not part of Zinnia. I'm not part of their developer team. There are some people on beta who get the app for free. I'm not one of them. I pay for the app every time the billing cycle comes around. I don't get it for free. So I feel perfectly comfortable in speaking my truth about it, because you guys know I'm not going to blow smoke no matter what, right? So my thoughts on this, okay? And this is purely my thoughts, you guys. This is not an accusation or anything like that. But it feels like they tried to give us what we wanted in the easiest way possible. Now, what I mean by that is, I can imagine, now I'm not a developer, so this is just my speculation, that allowing for multiple apps to be open at one time is probably something that is going to require somewhat of a rewrite of the app coding, because the app's not built that way, right? It wasn't made to do that. So I feel like in order to have that capability, you got to do some serious rewriting of the programming, right? If you guys remember, when Goodnotes 4, okay, Goodnotes 4 was out when I started digital planning, and that's what I used. When Goodnotes 5 came out, that was when they started having the multiple books open. There was a lot of different features. I don't remember what they all were. But they didn't change Goodnotes 4. They marked Goodnotes 4 as a legacy app and created a new app, which was Goodnotes 5. So I'm thinking that in order to change Zinnia to have multiple books open, it's probably going to be something like a massive rewrite. So, I mean, that could have been a deterrent for doing it that way. But second, I feel like with the update, okay, we all know these apps, especially toward the end of the year, right? We're still in the second quarter right now. But toward the end of the year, they get really, really thick with all of our files. Now, this thus far has not included sticker books, because as far as I'm aware, nobody has really consistently made sticker books for Zinnia because of the lack of multi-books being open. So what the hell was the point, right? Now, think about this. If people started making sticker books for Zinnia, those files and that app is going to be enormous, because we already did our testing, remember, of how Zinnia changes your file sizes to fit their templates, right? And their templates aren't small because they're made to be high quality images, blah, 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 which is great. However, they take up a lot of space. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so if this is going to make, you know, apps or planners bigger, books bigger, add the addition of sticker books, because even if shops don't sell them, I feel like some folks are the types who are just going to kind of DIY some books, right, for their favorite shops or whatever. there are some people, let me say this, there are some devices, right, that already can't handle Zinnia as is. Just because, stutter much, just because of the file sizes, it crashes, it'll lose some information sometimes. I haven't experienced this, but God knows I've heard from people who have. So I'm thinking to myself, if you have more than one instance of this app open at the same time, doesn't that double the chance of a crash? Now, I ran that by someone in my life who I know has experience with stuff like this. And they said, yes, absolutely, that can 100% happen. So I was like, that's what I kind of thought, to be honest. So I don't know. I'm not jazzed by it. I'm not jazzed by it. Now, I did try it because I was like, okay, don't shit on it before you try it, Jenna. Don't be that jerk. So I did try it, and it works exactly like Cloud does, right? It's just you have two of your notebooks open at once. However, you don't have them open like you can just flop back and forth. You have to have them in split screen mode. And it's like, didn't want it that way. But again, it's like, okay. How much of this is me just being picky versus me thinking, was this really what people asked for? Because I have talked to folks who were like, hell yeah, this is the best thing ever. And I'm like, okay, is it though? And then I'm like, is it better than nothing? And I'm like, anything I guess is better than nothing when you think about it. But I don't see myself using it the way that I would have used it if it was single, like one instance of the app and you could open multiple books and stuff in it. That's my thought on it. So what do you guys think? Am I being overly picky on this one? Because I very well could be. I very well could be. But I'm not feeling it. And I was so damn excited when I saw this update brings multiple journals. And I was like, but it doesn't though. It just brings multiple instances of the app. That's not multiple journals. That's just opening the app twice. Why can't I do this? Seriously? Oh, that's good enough. No, it's not. So Crystal's a fan. Okay, talk to me, Crystal. How is it going to change how you use Zinnia? You can hear Queen back here playing with all her toys. What are you doing, Queen? I always split screen Goodnotes. The back and forth with tabs hurt my brain. Okay, but question. If you're split screening Goodnotes and now you're split screening Zinnia, what's different? How's that an update? How is that any different? Because, do you have sticker books in Zinnia? I haven't been planning. I've been using Zinnia for my notes. I can store most used stickers in one book and split screen drag and drop. But how's that different from doing that in Cloud? Or how's that different in doing that with Goodnotes? Like, I feel like they didn't bring anything new to the table. They just... I don't know. It doesn't feel... I don't have to scroll through files. But I'm devil's advocating you here, Crystal. So let's say, okay, you want to put all your stickers, your most used stickers, into one book and split screen to drag and drop. How is that different from having all your favorite stickers in one place in Goodnotes? Or how is that different than having your most used stickers in one folder on the Cloud? How's that different? Because I don't feel like it's different to me. I'm really a fan of these like spots lately. I've been doing this a lot. I can see them all in one page, but you can do that in Goodnotes. I find it frustrating when I wanted to copy something from my daily page to my reading journal. This way I can split screen. I mean, I can see that as a use case, but at the same time, couldn't you just copy the page and paste it? GN sucks and I still have to scroll to find them. In one book, you have to scroll to find them? Because you guys see me split screen with Goodnotes every week. Well, every other week now. Now, they also said, and this I haven't tested yet because I haven't had time, but they said that they have updated the favorites option in Zinnia to where you can organize your favorites into the, you know, the favorites tab thing. To me, that feels more appealing, you know, for like if you wanted to store. It feels like Goodnotes Elements, how you could store a bunch of stickers in there and organize them. Again, I haven't tested it, so I don't know if that's how it functions, but that's how I read the update to be. In cloud files. Okay, that's fair. That's fair, but it's still not something different than it would be if you were split screening with Goodnotes, which you said you were already doing. So I'm looking, I guess, for what they're bringing to the table that you can't already get. Queen, get down. I've spent a lot of time on this bat. I don't want Zinnia to be Goodnotes. I like keeping my stickers in Goodnotes or OneDrive, wherever, but using Zinnia just for journaling. Yeah, I don't want it to be Goodnotes either. No, don't get me wrong. I worry about the stability of the app when you have so many instances of it open. Because in my brief testing, I had 3 journals open at once. Just because I don't have a lot of journals on my Zinnia, so I didn't have like 80 of them. But I had 3 journals open at once, but they were all like little windows at the bottom. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's the aesthetic that I don't like, but I mean, you guys have heard me bitching about not liking the split screen this whole time. So, I don't know about that, y'all. I don't know about that. Now, let me clarify though, if someone else is finding benefit in it, I'm 100% for that. It just, for me personally, it's not addressing the issues that I personally had. And I feel like if they did add multi-tab journaling, like split screen could still be a thing. Like that doesn't have to go away, you know? Listening from a new phone while out shopping. Ooh! New phones are always fun. Queen, what the hell are you doing? Oh gosh, where is that brush texture? Yep. Tell us about Stroke and Procreate. Oh, I intend to. Okay, so Procreate. And Michelle, I know you're shopping, but perk your ears to this one, okay? So one of the things that I've never been able to do in Procreate, and I always had to either go into Affinity for, if I was working on my tablet, which I am 99.8% of the time, then I would go into Affinity. Usually Designer, but sometimes line photo, right? You cannot do an outline of your image in Procreate, right? Which is called the stroke for those of us who use Photoshop. So, me personally, I did not. Oh no, I didn't. For me, that's a feature that is kind of important. If for no other reason than for doing listing photos, right? So y'all want to see that I learned how to do a goddamn stroke in Procreate. And I realize, saying it out loud, how horrible that sentence sounds. But, yo, okay, so let me show you this. I'm going to create a new layer. Not like that, I'm not. Just so I can isolate this Edgar bat so that I can give you like a real-time kind of a demonstration. Okay, so let's make it the same color as the layer you're working on there, Jenna. Great. Okay, so check this out. So pretend that the green is my is my background layer, okay? So if you want to put a stroke on an image, okay? And I'm going to slide Homeboy over just a little bit. I'll have to put him back when I'm done. So what you're going to do is you're going to duplicate the one that you want to have the stroke on, right? Select the bottom one. Make sure you have white as your color right up here, okay? Select the bottom one. Select. Come down here to the bottom and select color fill, right? Color fill on the bottom in the middle. Can you even see that? Oh yeah, you can. Okay. Color fill on the bottom. Then you're going to hit feather and slide your amount up to how thick you want your fill to be. Okay, so I'll go to about right there. And then hit your layer again. Tap your feathered layer. Hit select. Make sure you're set to automatic. Touch and drag. What? Excuse me? Did we just get a stroke in Procreate? Yes, I believe we did. So I'm going to back out of all this so I can put my bat back. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that now, and that's goddamn genius. So I've been able to make my listings for my release that's coming out this week for physical stickers. I've been able to do them all in Procreate rather than having to take them into Photoshop or Affinity. Because at first I was taking them into Affinity, which was taking for god dang ever, because Affinity doesn't allow you to split screen. So like you can have like files or whatever open, but it's just like a floating window, and it's so stupidly slow to try to go back and forth between that floating window. So I was like, okay, if this is how I have to do this, I'm not gonna do it, because there's no goddamn way that I'm gonna want to do that for every single one, because it takes so long. Not intuitive in the slightest. So yeah, you can do that now in goddamn Procreate, which is genius. I am so happy about it. The only thing you need to remember though, you guys, is to turn off color fill after you're done doing that, or else you're going to start filling everything and being like, what the hell's going on with this? Why isn't it working? Because I did that a couple of times. But yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't like that either, Amanda. And I was like, how is this a thing so late in the game, right? I was like, that's stupid. But yeah, so God, game changer. I was so happy to learn that you can do that. Now, I don't know why that's not a more known thing, but I feel like it should be, because that's important. That is an important piece of information that I would like to have in my knowledge base. God, when I say I was relieved, okay, to find that, and to find out that it was so easy. It's like, oh shit, I'm on the wrong layer. I was like, it is so stinking easy. You know, you make your thing and you just do it. Like yesterday's post where I drew the Sun Devil, I used that same technique to make the outline on the character. And this morning with the one that I posted for Quinn was the same thing. I used that same technique to make the outline before I put it on the backdrop. So, God, cannot recommend it higher. It was so freaking welcome, and I'm kind of pissed that it took me this long to find out how to do it. Dude, I developed a brand new appreciation for the slices and export in Affinity. That's how I do all of mine. Since Bren showed me how to do that like 2 years ago, that is the only way that I do that. Because I used to have to take mine into Photoshop to export them with the slice. But yeah, that's literally what I use Affinity for 99% of the time. There we go. Just because, again, it's so easy. Like, anything that's easy or that makes, like, your workflow simpler, sign me up for. Oh, shoot, I forgot to do that whole area. So yeah, I was 100% on board for that. It's like, oh my gosh. So I was able to make so many of my listings like in a fraction of the time it would have taken me if I had to do it the other way. Or even if I had to do it in Photoshop, because then you still got to factor in, okay, take all these things, export them to either the cloud or airdrop them to my MacBook, pull them into Photoshop to push one button, because in Photoshop it's just a add stroke, done. But yeah, so much easier. I love being able to do so many things in one place. Like that's like my little kryptonite moment, is I don't want to have to keep jumping in and out. Why did I put that? Lord, there we go. I don't want to have to keep jumping in and out of other apps when one will do it, and that's kind of where I landed with that one. Okay, so let's see. Is it too predictable to make that purple? I feel like it might be. Let's see. Maybe we'll do a dark blue. Or we could do like, no, because that'll look like a Christmas tree. Something in a tealy color. Oh, that could be pretty. Okay, let's do that. You falling asleep, queen? There we go. See, this is where I would have noticed that I forgot to turn the fill off of the select tool. Anybody doing anything fun for Mother's Day? Little Man and Paige are moving out at the end of the month. Oh, really? think I resized about 500 clip art images this week in just a couple hours. Dude, right? That was my thought too, Amanda. Is that a good thing? I mean, are we happy about that? Because isn't Paige due soon? Was Paige the one who was in the hospital? And is she moving by herself, or... Trying to downplay her rack on this side, but I guess we're just going to have to deal with some hooter. Queen. Fetch my queen. Come here, queen. Got their little apartment just 3 minutes away. Wow. That's cool that they'll be so close, though. I mean, obviously she's going to want her independence, but to have her so close, that's definitely better for mom, you know? Go on, queen. Jamie Flatson. I feel like I'm going super hella slow today. Didn't we finish the last one in like 40 minutes? Okay, get down. What'd you steal from me? Just worried like any mother, but at least she can see. Right? Exactly. That was exactly my thought. As a mom, you're always like, oh, I know how hard it is. And, you know, it's like you want to protect them from the hard stuff. But at the same time, you're like, I don't have no protection from the hard stuff, you know? And at that age, you don't want it either. Or I didn't. Of course, I wouldn't know it if it bit me in the ass either. Oh, tell me I'm doing this on... Okay, good. I was like, please tell me I'm doing this on its own layer. She'll be 19 on the 24th. Oh, wow. Oh, I gotta remind David to call his mom again. I reminded him this morning, but that didn't do no good. I don't normally like to do this type of hair on stream because it takes so damn long. But this is the life we lead. Lachlan's so cute. He told me this morning, he's like, I got you a Mother's Day thing. And I was like, oh yeah, what's that? And he goes, after your stream, you're going to come out in the living room and we're going to pull out the fold out and then you're going to have a mom spa day. And I was like, hells yeah, I'll take some of that. Not quite sure what that entails, but I mean, I'm down. At least she's near me and not far when she has the baby. Oh, it is it? Oh gosh, I saw on your Facebook post she wasn't going to tell you. I was like, oh, that's messed up. An eyeless penguin. I feel like I need some context for that. Why does that look funny? Oh, because it's going behind, right. You're calling your grandkids the mafia? Nice. I just kind of collectively call mine the herd. Oh gosh, this is taking forever. There we go. Here's our minions. Nice. She painted me a penguin and I forgot to give her white so she couldn't add the eyes. Hey, you know what? That is some character right there and I am for it. Go, Kimmy. I can't draw this line to save my bass. What is this? Oh. I'm like, what the hell is that? Okay, we got this. We got this. Do we got this? There. Skill. I guess. Shit. What didn't I connect? Oh. Skills. There we go. What I missed? You missed me bitching about Zinnia. You missed me showing you guys how I learned how to do strokes in Procreate, which if you need a tutorial on that, hit a sister up because it's game changing. And he has Nanoraptor on his finger and gets whatever he wants. That's gonna do mom a bunch of favors when he's bigger. Alright, I'm gonna like over enthusiastically frickin' do this part just so I can get it done. And then I'll go in with the eraser. There. Queen, what are you stealing from me? We have trust issues, Queen. I feel like I'm spending a lot of time on her rack today. God dang, did I even try? God, I really want some ice cream. Feels like an ice cream day. I must be premenstrual. Okay, there. God damn. That took a lot. Frick, I'm not done. This part, she gets to have all the stuff I had to deal with. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Can we be done now? Can we, huh? Can we? Okay, why does this look like absolute dog shit right here? I should ask for it as part of my spa day. You know what? I can fix this. We're gonna fix this. Because feck this shitty line right here. Oh, you stupid. There we go. Okay. So now, to fix it, I can just do this. Drag it down here and move it around. And then I darken it slightly and erase all whatever the hell this is. There we go. Corrected. Halfway through the attic, and I have a swimming pool up there and a box. Not sure how we got it up there as it won't fit coming out. Oh gosh. Maybe it was up there when you moved in. She looks kind of concerned about something. But I think we're going to let that ride. Because we've already been sitting here for almost an hour. I'm going to ask for a Slurpee now that the rain has stopped. The chips and queso didn't sit well. It's raining here today too. Okay. Now I'm keeping that layer by itself because I really don't want to fucking fight with it. Why did that happen? Because it's down there. There we go. Shit. I like to make things more difficult, clearly. Only bought it 3 years ago. How the heck did you cram it up there? You know, one thing about my office area here, I don't get to use it very often for one, but two, I have like a separate like drawing gloves and then separate queen, separate pen grips in here. Like I have this white one that Jules sent me that I use all the damn time at my desk, but I also have this one here. But this one I got from whatever this website was, and I really like this one. It's got like really fat gription. I cannot easily draw with the naked pencil anymore, and I used to do that exclusively. Now I'm all about these fat grippies. Like, I never had like the sore wrists or anything like that. So that's not my motivation for this. It's just having this chunk. I'm all about that. I like the pen chunk. And yes, that sounds absolutely terrible, but I'm into it. All right, so this sky here, I'm debating, like, I want it to be like an evening because I'm picturing, like, bats aren't out in the daytime if they can avoid it, you know? So I'm thinking to do like some I don't think so. This one, oh God, I'll have to ask Claudette, because Claudette's the one who sent me the link for it. But that's not what it's called. Oh God, I literally don't remember. I got one for Mandy, I think for her birthday. And then she fell in love with it. So I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'll have to try one. So I got myself one, and I really do like it. It's really good. She might be, yeah. Oh, I have a space brush set. Queen, seriously? Oh, you're going to try to pull the carpet samples out of the wall. You're going to fall. She's trying to pull the carpet samples out. Queen, that's not the choice I'd make if I were you. Queen. Oh, Lord. Oh, please. Hey! Stop that. Come here. Queen! No! Oh. Culprit. All right, so if I were to take this color and do, oh, wait a second, where's that? Oh, there's too many options. Oh, here we go. Okay, so there's this, there, let's try this one. No. What about this one? No. Oh, this one? That's more of what we're looking for. Okay, I have a hitchhiker. Queen. Queen, what are you doing? Ouch. Ooh, it's so pretty. Let's see. So I kind of light sourced her from this direction. Maybe I can slap a moon up here. Shooting star. I mean, I guess it is. Oh, it's cute up there. Okay. So it's like a whoosh. Nice. Space cold. Oh, that does look a little chilly. Moon. You know how there's like planets that have yeah, that's the word, that have like multiple satellites around them? I feel like that's what we need to do, but maybe in a bold color. Not that color. Oh, that looks interesting. Queen. Oh, what if I swapped these layers? So it's got like an undertone. Ah, there we go. That's nice. Okay, hold on. What if... Okay, so the light's coming from behind it, so we'll kind of darken up here. Because I want it to have like more definition. This is reminding me, did you guys, God, words. Did you guys ever do like a fair or a carnival where there's the guy with the spray paint and he's spray painting around lids to make planets? This is kind of giving me that vibe right now. Okay, so there's one, and then let's see if we can do something. I don't know what ours is right now, but yours can suck it, Crystal. I don't want anything to do with that. Something like that. We're just kind of reaching for plot right now with this this planet set we're working on. Ooh, okay, I kind of like it. I'm not really big into like the space kind of a thing, but I can appreciate some cool looking space when I see it. It kind of looks like bubbles, but that's okay. So now I want to do something. We definitely need some stars. Let's do some stars. And then we'll darken this up a bit so that we can get some more dimension. Space cloud. Yep, that's what we were missing. There we go. Ooh! And I'm going to use our fancy technique to make Lila show or stand out more. So that's why I kept this layer of her separate. Oh, that's kind of cute, actually. And then, if I wanted to, I could even do like a faded. Ooh, she looks like a ghost. That's actually kind of cute. Or, what if I just did... like a standard. Yeah, I think I like that better for this one because it's not so, you know. All right, I think that's gonna do it for this one. This one took a long time. Damn, them fancy skies, man, they get you every time. That's very cute. I like it. All right, so this coming Saturday is going to be the Patreon stream. Last time I checked, digital bookmarks in Procreate was in the lead. So as far as I'm aware, that's what's going to be done. As far as I'm aware. It could change, I don't know. And then the following Sunday, so next Sunday, we'll do pajama planning. Yay. And yeah, keep an eye out this week. The Pride launch is going to happen. I was aiming for the 15th until I remembered that that was tomorrow. So it might be a little bit later in the week because I'm not quite finished with it yet. This whole thing with flips, my yeah. I lost all my time and extras. So, all right, yeah. That is gonna do it. It wasn't the sky, and you know it, but it's beautiful. It wasn't the sky. Oh, well, that made her concerned? It was me. All right. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and yay. Okay, I'm gonna go to my Lachlan spa now. All right, bye.